Yo, this your boy Pop Fisco G. Just bringing you guys another video. And this video just about knowing that things are more deeper than what it is. And things can be far greater than what it seems. For example, when we come down here on this earth at this time, there's the tunnel of forgetfulness that we go through. I'm pretty sure back in the day, before this huge shift happened, in the ancient times, basically what I'm saying, we had ways where we could remember as we come down the pipe. You feel what I'm saying? Go through the tunnel. We will have rites of passages where we'll know who we are. But since then, things have changed, and it's been an attack on it. So we have this tunnel of forgetfulness that a lot of us forget. So when you forget so many times and you don't wake up to who you are, and you could be something that used to tear things up back in the day. But that's when they say they put the guys to sleep, because every time you get that tunnel of forgetfulness, you don't take the cues, you don't take the synchronicities, you don't see within the core of life, you don't follow the pieces, you don't follow the little leads you get from the universe. You don't even look at that particular side. You're too worried about karmic relationships and dealing with a 5 to 9 that's taking on your energy. You're not seeing what's inside. You're not seeing what you are. So you will have a period where you're not tapping in, and then you will be a fractal. You will defractalize who you are because you're not being who you really are. And that's going to take up more energy, more space, more pain, more work to be done, operating something other than what you truly are. Even when you forget so long, that's why chaotic things happen in your life. It's a wake-up call to, hey bro, wake up, wake up. Basically, when Don Charles slapped Daniel Dubois in that corner, that's a wake-up call, because he got knocked down, I think, that round. Coming in that corner, then Don Charles, Daniel Dubois coach, slapped the hell out of him. He slapped the hell out of him. And guess what? Daniel Dubois won that fight. He got knocked down twice and he still stopped that dude. So, you feel me? Wake up call, hey, snap out of it. Snap out of it. You know, you gotta wake up. And if you don't wake up, you're way less powerful than who you really are, bro. That's how they get us. They get you with trauma, and they get you to forget, and they get you to be distracted. You never find time to have for yourself, that you know who you are. You gotta take time for yourself. You know, if you don't take time for yourself, you'll never know who you truly are. We all can use more time for ourselves to really discover things, to really sit there and actually discover things about ourselves. And then when you start doing it, the outside realm is so reflected exactly what it is. It's confirmation. You know, it's the truth. And only the way to save yourself is to wake up and stay on the true divine path of being yourself and navigating from this cosmic trap. You know, and the cosmic parasites that come along with the trap. You know, you got to be aware of that, and then you got to be aware of yourself, and stay true to that, and more importantly, stay connected to the Great Mother, because no matter what, as long as you need some intel, as long as you need a little bit of strength, oh yeah, the Great Mother's right there sometimes, but some of her, you know, children, you already know she's going to be there regardless. Even if you don't go to her, she's still going to be there moving it, because she got invested interest in some of her children, because it's like, nah, man, your path opens up like 350,000 other people's paths. Or 650,000 other people's paths. You may not even know those people. Your path will open up 650,000 other people's paths. So it's like, oh yeah, there's investors' interest in that. Not just saying because of the numbers, but just being real. The impact, the path that you're on will make a significant change on this plane. So you know, as long as you live in that line of achieving it, you know the great mother gonna make sure you're good, bro. Come on, man. I don't care what they try to do. Stay in the lines of knowing who you are and fulfilling the purpose. Bro, you already know you're gonna, come on, man. Nothing bad is gonna happen to you, bro. As long as you play the game how you gotta play it, when it comes in your path, you're good. Just gotta throw that in there, man, because I've been rolling on my path for about, basically my whole life, if you think about it. But on a conscious thing, probably about like 10 years, man. Basically ever since I've been making music. About 10 years, 11 years type stuff, because, you know, it started with the music. It started with the music. Because that stuff come from a divine place with them flows. I'm like, started with the music, honestly. Because the music just, it came to me. You know, like the spirit, the insight, the downloads, the synchronicities, they just come to you, man. That's that divine stuff. But yeah, you gotta really know who you are. That's why that's why they want people to have handlers. And there's ancient beings out here, right? That get caught up in this cosmic trap, dealing with parasites, not knowing who they are. And they are, what's the word? I just had it. It's a word to it. You know, they have it, but they're getting drained. And they don't wake up. And then, yeah, they're powerless. I was going to go somewhere. Bro. When I go back on the video, I'm like, shit. But yeah, man, they don't come back though. You know, they got all that power, they don't even know who they are. And it's just a waste, really. But that's the thing, you really got to know who you are, bro. You really got to know who you are. That's why life will do something to you for you to go on a certain path, bro. That's why I always make sure I do things in alignment. Because I'm tired of them type of things, man. Oh yeah, the great mother got invested interest. Stuff like that. I don't know. I was finna go somewhere at that point, man. I'm kind of mad I lost it. That's the thing with that download. They come and they go, man. They come and they go. But I'm noticing, yeah, bro, if that's how they get us. Because if you don't know who you are, bro, you're not going to operate at a level of truth and knowing. Because you're operating at a limitation. It's like an elephant. An elephant seeing a little mouse. You would think the elephant wouldn't care about a mouse. But you never know, man. You never know, that elephant it might. And there are accounts where elephants are scared of little mouse. And those things go against lions, hippos. You name it, a lion was killed before in the jungle, bro. Come on, man. And they're scared of a goddamn mouse? Yeah, that's how it be with these individuals out here, man. Confirmation. You don't even know. You got a Corvette, like my man Brother Panic said. You got a Corvette in the driveway, but you ride it to the supermarket. You don't drive your trunk no more. That's what be going on with people. They don't give, some people are out here in a cosmic trap to where they get God. They get God because it's a game, bro. You got to think who you are. People, the devils out here, they already know who you are, bro. So especially if you don't know who you are, and they don't know if you know who you are, they're always going to come in and try to whoop you and make you go through pain to even make you forget even more or don't have time for it because you're dealing with pain and bullshit that they inflicted on you intentionally. So you got to be careful. There's a lot of that be going on. They try to get me, but I'm like, man, I can heal from that stuff, bro. I can heal pretty fucking fast. Like, I swear to God, like, I can heal in like 20 minutes. Like, that ain't nothing. Cause you be like, man, that's a fucked up person anyway. Why would I be sad about a fucked up person? Hell no. Because you know, if you were on bullshit with me, you must be fucked up. Because I'll just be chilling, man. I'm not my business. So it's like, why be mad and sad about that? That's God saving me shit. You feel me? I don't know. It's no biggie. But some people be, man, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't have an intellect. They don't think like that. So they be, you know, they go through shit. That's why you really got to wake up and tap into who you are, bro. Because some of us, bro, you wouldn't even believe it. I put that on me. That's why I don't say shit, but I know it. I know it, bro. I know it. Some of you just know. And I believe some people, they don't know themselves yet. So, you know how life will knock you down real hard to make you be stripped of things that is false and that's taking you away from knowing. And then it'll have a path where it kind of forces you to take for you to know it. So you can stay in that energy. And no matter how long it takes, just stand on it. They give it to you, and they make you walk in the field with it. Like, hey, this is what you know, and this is what you gotta become with it. Ground zero. So whether you do it right or you do it wrong, and that ain't putting it in a circumstance thing, it's just what it is. They give it to you, and then you gotta walk with it. See what you can do with your truth. And you gotta apply it and discover it. You feel what I mean? It's something. Once you get that awareness, they send you off to work, basically. And that's the beautiful part. But the thing is, you gotta stay locked in. Because I noticed that. It's like, this is the best time to work on yourself because you're gonna wire yourself, bro. And if you know you're powerful and you know that, hey man, you might be actually an ancient one. And another thing, this is what I was gonna say. There's some ancient gods are down here, right? And they have a piece of themselves that is forgotten. But a large piece of that awareness is on this plane. But they don't know who they are. And they're in a chaotic environment, and it's feeding off their light. That one little fractal can kind of destroy pieces of the other omnipresent versions and other realities and dimensions, because a lot of his awareness is down here, even though he's omnipresent, but everything is moving off that one soul in a sense. So it can really mess up a lot of things, and you just don't know. That's why if you ever really meditate, you have to figure out how to meditate breathing. But just learn how to meditate breathing in the theta, you'll see the other dimensions. You'll see other dimensions. You honestly, the ones that are true, that are the ancients, they can go in theta and go in different states, different realities and dimensions that they're in, because the soul is basically tied to many other realities for some. So it's like, it ain't hard. It's just all you. So really not a big deal. But if you want some chaotic stuff, not tapping into who you are, it can kind of put your other ones in a bad spot, where that's how a lot of people be getting dragged in hell realms. Because it's like, damn, bro, you just don't know. You fell in a trap. A lot of this stuff down here is traps. A lot of pleasures, traps. A lot of vices, traps. You know? A lot of things down here, traps. And those traps, you know, it got a lot of guys stuck in a trap. Even though they could be immortal. But if they're not tapping into their power, they're just as vulnerable as a pig. Because their mind is powerful and their ignorance is strong. The ignorance is strong. You never know, man. Now, I know some of them. I got not everybody, bro. But I can just tell this. They said, remember Bobby Hemmings said the gods were going to walk the earth again. Some of these people are gods out here, bro. And some of them don't even know. And that's how they eat. And they already, you know he got or she got. Because I know there's goddesses down here. And especially if they don't know who they really are, that little piece can really mess up other versions of themselves. And it's like, dude, you don't even know who you really are. Or she, girl, you don't even know who you really are. I'm telling you, man. And all they do, you just gotta really tap in. Gotta really tap into who you are on a deep level, and then you gotta walk with it. You have to walk with it. And no matter what, you gotta walk with it. It's the truth. You gotta roll with it. You can't just, they give it to you, and then you ain't acting on the truths, and you don't believe who you really are, and then you just kind of faking it. They ain't gonna get you nowhere. You gotta really walk it and really be it. And they're gonna test you on it. Yeah, they're gonna test you on it, man. But that's the best path. The path of self-discovery and expansion. That path is the best path, because no matter what, you good on that path. Nothing gonna happen to you. As long as you stay on that path, ain't nothing gonna happen to you, man. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. You'll be all right. But them other paths out here, bro, you already know there's a lot of cosmic traps out here. Man, you already know what that means. And that's what be happening, man. A lot of us ain't supposed to reincarnate, bro, but you get caught in the cosmic trap, nigga, and that take your soul, because you just couldn't see the warnings 7,000 times. Come on, man. It's like, come on. And you ain't even tapping into who you are. That happened to some people, bro. May they rest in peace. But that be happening. Yeah, that be happening to people. It's like they get caught in the cosmic chest and they keep reincarnating. Yeah. You just don't let it get that bad. That's why I know that's how life was making me snap out of it. I had my Daddy Duval Down Charles moment in life a few times. And I always took it to victory. I'm like, all right, bet. I gotta take this to the bank. Yeah, but the keys are to know who you are, because you know they're trying to take their little pig magic and just make a big mess out here, because they don't want you to know who you really are, to tap into who you are, because your power is divine, and that's kind of hard to go against. So they have to attack you with the intent, with the thinking, with the assumption that you're asleep, so that your attacks will work. For some, they work, because these niggas are asleep, they ain't paying attention. But for the ones that's tapping in with their power, you know, doing what they got to do with that awareness, they can't fuck with you. And when you figure out how to utilize your power, they ain't gonna be able to really stop. They ain't gonna be able to stop that, bro. Let's be real. So that's why they're going hard, balls to the wall right now. Really trying to distract you. Really try to hurt you when you don't know. Really try to hurt you when you got your back against the wall. Not in the sense of physical, but spiritual, and it could be physical. Because if you look at that weird gematria stuff, they be doing that weird stuff going on, adding numbers up and stuff. So, you know what I mean? So, physical too, and they be taking their own players out. When you play for the club, I mean, that's the risk you have. Everybody's vulnerable when you play in that club, straight up. But yeah, they're really trying to distract people from tapping into who they are, because it's a big war going on here, man. And the ones that tap in with their power, man, you're going to be front lines, because they're going to be able to fuck with you. So we're going to really need you out here shaking it up, because you know they can't fuck with you. So you might as well shake it up on that spiritual realm. It's a war, man. Straight up, you know, you gotta fight on the war. It's a little war going on right now, man. You say cosmic, whatever. Holy, it's a little war going on, so you gotta tighten up and let loose for sometimes, you feel me? Straight up, you gotta let loose. It's a little war going on right now. Believe it or not. It looks silent. Some people see it, some people feel it, some people sense it. But it's definitely a little war. But for the ones that know who they is, this is candy. But the thing is, you gotta stay true and you gotta lock in. That's it. Stay true and lock in, because there's so many distractions to get you off your path. That's why I'm like, stay true, because you know who you truly is. You know how you operate. Stay true. And then you know what you gotta do, man. Especially when you've been on it for a minute. You gotta just stay on that path no matter what. Because honestly, that's the green light. That path gonna make sure you good. I don't care what happened. That's just how the game goes. That path is gonna make sure you good. No other path is a bulletproof path, but your true divine path of self-discovery, awakening, and expansion. That's the bulletproof path, bro. And then, especially when you got one of them purposes, you ain't got to worry about nothing, man. Because you actually doing something, bro. Yeah, you feel me? You ain't got to really worry about nothing, man. To be honest with you, you really ain't got to worry about nothing. That's what I just do. I just stay on the path. Really ain't got shit else to do. Just stay on the path. Yeah, man. I just realized that it's just kind of how the game go. You gotta play the game how they structured for you to play it to know who you are and shit, and to tap into the power. Go on that path. A lot of people don't live life to the fullest, because you ain't living life to the fullest operating in the realms of this ego, ivory tower bullshit. That's not really living life to the fullest if you think about it. Yeah, you living comfortable, but that's not really living life to the fullest, because you ain't tapping into who you are. Live life to the fullest is tapping into your power while you're here and discovering who you really are and operating in that truth. For some that are real powerful, that just really understand. There's some are new guys that are down here, to be honest. We got some new guys down here, bro. When I say new, these people they're going to show you why they're a guy. And they're going to discover their truth with that, hey, man, I got this power. I'm a guy. And we're going to see. And they're going to, honestly, they've always been there, because, the great mother got them here, but we ain't known about them. So they're going to introduce us who they is with the power. We may not know these guys yet. But you got the ancient ones, the ones that have always been here, some of them that you can read in the book. You got them down here. And then you got the ancient hidden ones. The ones that are down here, but they're not here. They've probably been here ever since this shit started, probably even before that. It's them niggas. You feel me? You don't see them niggas, but they down here. A lot of niggas down here, man. Straight up. And you don't even know who you are. Some of them are young, earthbound souls too. But I'm talking about the gods. I'm not talking about no humans though. We operating with the gods. Because the ones that are true, oh no, we all work together. They be having cliques. That's why, man, you hear about it, that mythology, it be cliques. And it don't even be the same shit. Them be different universes and them guys be coming from different universes, and they came down here on Earth and gave people channels and shit of how that shit was with them gods in it and what they represent. Some of them went on Earth, some of them didn't, but they operate in cliques. That's kind of how we do it, if that makes sense. Some guys kind of operate in the spectrum of all things, considering where you at. You just never know, man. But they do run in cliques. They run in cliques. There's a lot of stuff out here that a lot of people don't know. because they take it out of books. But if they kept the books alive, we would have known a lot. But they took the books away. So we have to be introduced to a lot of things, even if it's already been here, or something that they keep hiding. We have to realize what that is. That's why I learned about Papa Set. You don't really hear me talk about Papa Set, but Papa Set's in the cut working. My Papa always working. Papa Set is a dragon. They say that's Satan, the devil. I'm like, nah, bro. That devil term came back in the day because it was a priesthood. They was up in that Hebrew shit in the Egyptian times when they changed everything, because they changed. It was a priesthood change, and they printed it all in a book. Basically, it was an attack on wisdom. It was an attack on the truth. So they changed things to try to like make people forget. Because when it, but yeah, Set, the dragon was never evil. This book's even saying it, but they changed it up and try to make him evil. I'm like, they just use his name. Because I know the true one. I'm like, nah, that's not the one I know. And I'm a real man. I'm not no crazy bro. I would never worship no goddamn devil. But if you learn about dragons and different races, you'll be like, no, that makes a lot of fucking sense. Because some guys really do walk that path. They'll let you know they're a god. Some guys will let you know they're a god, bro. Papa says one of those. He'll let you know. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff down here, man. And people just gotta tap into who they are, bro. They just gotta tap in to who they are, because that's the key. That's the key in this shit. To know who you are. Straight up. I'm telling you, man. That's why they try to get you distracted and make you not focus, make you go through trauma, send handlers and honey traps, send people to come out to get you, to make you scared, get people to send attacks, to try to psychically attack you. So much stuff that be going against us, bro. I swear to God. You just don't know how protected you are until you start to hear certain things. Like if somebody told you all the things people did, or what they attempted, you be like, oh shit, this is some real shit. This is some real protection. You'll be amazed. You would be amazed how much power you got. How much protection. These people be going crazy, bro. These people be going crazy. That's what they do, bro. They're crazy. They be going crazy because they is crazy. But yeah, man, we just gotta tap into who we are, bro. Straight up. Just gotta give yourself time. Give yourself time and give yourself grace. Time and grace. And all you gotta do is have a little will. You will get where you need to go. Straight up, you'll get your answers. With a little bit of patience, a little bit of will, you will get your answers. So you gotta have the right questions. Straight up. Do it before the divine do it. Because you know how the divine come in, bro. Even when it look like hell. A lot of the time, I be the divine switching that path for you so you can be on that path. You feel me? And you think it's, oh my God, it's the devil. That's just the divine coming in and shaking shit up because you weren't doing nothing. What they wanted you to do, like you were hurting yourself doing that stuff. Even if it looked like it was high paying or you were having a good life and you're working hard, that life was breaking you. So it's like, hey man, this life may not be what you want, but it'll keep your sanity alive, basically. Or whatever they know will be too much of a liability for you to continue that path, you know. They'll switch it up. So I say do it before the divine come in, because man, you can have a soft landing listening to your intuition and going with that intel rather than keep running against a brick wall thinking you're getting somewhere. And now you got a migraine, now you got a headache, Now your head leaking. So it's best to just know that there is a way to get in. There's a way to get in. You ain't gotta force it. There is a way to get in. Just let that way come to you and take that way. Straight up. But that's your boy. I'm out. Peace.